بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I sincerely hope you're all doing well. My best wishes and du'as for all of you. Today is our third session on Suratul Ma'un. In the previous session, we had discussed up to Ayat 4. And now, inshallah, in this session, we will continue from there onwards. And we will discuss, we will see in a few other ayat of the Holy Quran where the traits of hypocrisy have been mentioned. And we will continue from there. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين آمين يا رب العالمين. The ayat number 4 was under discussion. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. So woe to the worshippers, woe to those who pray. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Those who are heedless of their prayer. الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاءُونَ. Those who make show off of their deeds, who pray to show off. And we had discussed all of this. Ayat 4, 5 and 6. We had discussed the word wail and the entire ayat. And today, like I said, the traits of hypocrisy mentioned in the other verses of the Holy Quran are similar to those mentioned here. We will see another few ayat. Surah Nisa, ayat 142. إن المنافقين يخادعون الله وهو خادعهم وإذا قاموا إلى الصلاة قاموا كسالى لا يراءون الناس ولا يذكرون الله إلا قليلا. Indeed, the hypocrites think to deceive Allah, but He is deceiving them. And when they stand for prayer, they stand lazily, showing themselves to the people and not remembering Allah except a little. Similarly, in Surah Tawbah, ayat number 54, وَمَا مَنَعَهُمْ أَن تُقْبَلَ مِنْهُمْ نَفَقَاتُهُمْ إِلَّا أَنَّهُمْ كَفَرُوا بِاللَّهِ وَبِرَسُولِهِ وَلَا يَأْتُونَ الصَّلَاةَ إِلَّا وَهُمْ كُسَالَى وَلَا يُنْفِقُونَ إِلَّا وَهُمْ كَارِهُونَ. And what prevents their expenditures from being accepted from them, but that they have disbelieved in Allah and in His Messenger, and that they come not to prayer except while they are lazy, and they do not spend except while they are unwilling. So here the context of the ayat, of course, is before the battle of Tabuk, where the resources and manpower was needed very badly, and it was mandatory upon each Muslim to contribute. But those who did it unwillingly, Allah knows, the condition of our hearts. So He's mentioning that they come to prayer lazily because, of course, they're not interested in connecting with God. And also, their expenditure is not acceptable to God because they're doing it unwillingly. They're not doing it happily. They're not spending in Allah's cause happily. It's not important for them. There is no love. There is no fear. Those who have understood these verses to imply the hypocrites have understood salat here to mean the Muslim daily prayer. Fawailul lil musallin, as in I'm talking about ayat 4 and 5 and 6. So for those who say that these verses refer to the hypocrites, then they are referring to the Muslim daily prayer. This prayer, as prescribed by Muslim Shariat, was obviously not observed by the pagans of Makkah. Therefore, these ayat, according to this group, can only be directed towards the hypocrites. However, the other opinion says that the ritual of prayer itself is common to all world religions, especially the Abrahamic faiths. And Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam himself mentioned the establishment of Salat as one of the primary purposes of building the Holy Kaaba. That is why the pagans of Makkah, the polytheists of Makkah, and especially the caretakers or guardians of the Holy Kaaba performed the ritual of prayer regularly. Of course, it was not the same prayer as prescribed by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but nevertheless it was prayer. But they had become completely ignorant of the purpose of Salat. They had become ignorant of the purpose of that prayer, especially prayer that connects an individual to God and keeps the sense of accountability before God alive in his mind. And because of this sense of accountability, such a character is formed where the individual becomes very sensitive and careful, not only about the rights of Allah upon him, but also about the rights of all his creation over him. Keeping this broader meaning of Salat in mind here in these ayat, the pagans of Makkah could very well be the addressees. Quran presents hypocrisy and kufr, rejection of truth, as worldviews, in the same way as Iman or faith in one God is a worldview. And like we mentioned earlier, the worldview that a person adopts, the aqidah that a person has, it gives rise to a worldview. And that forms a particular type of personality or character. The worldview will be reflected in the character of the personality. And the Holy Quran has stated hypocrisy to be a far worse worldview than kufr, because hypocrisy is hidden behind a veil, whereas kufr is completely bare. Hypocrisy is based on falsehood, it's based on lying, it's based on being two-faced, and it's based on being completely selfish, where a person is only interested in his benefit. He has no loyalty towards anyone or any ideology. He has no principles. Whereas kufr or denial is at least out in the open. The traits mentioned in these ayat are common in the hypocrite and the kafir. Being completely heedless of accountability, as is reflected in the actions of the hypocrite and the kafir, due to having no sense of accountability, such a person becomes insensitive, he becomes hard-hearted, selfish, miserly, greedy. And to sum it up, such a person does not simply rise above his own self, his own selfish needs. He just does not rise above himself. He is insensitive to others around him. Let's look at a few ayat from the Holy Quran where similar traits have been mentioned. Surah Haqqa, ayat number 33 and 34. Innahu kana la yu'minu billahil azim. Indeed, he did not used to believe in Allah the Most Great. Wala yahuddu ala ta'amil miskeen. Nor did he encourage the feeding of the poor. And here, of course, the residents of the hellfire are being mentioned. What brought them to the hellfire is these two things. Surah Mudassir, ayat 38 onwards. Kullu nafsim bima kasabat rahina. Every soul for what it has earned will be retained. Here, of course, the day of judgment is being picturized or being described. Illa ashab al-yameen, except the companions of the right, the ones who were able to earn enough good deeds, who were able to overpower their evil, who were able to fulfill the rights of Allah and the rights of the other creation upon themselves, will end up in the Jannat. Fi jannati yatasa'aloon, who will be in gardens questioning each other, anil mujrimeen, about the criminals. Ma salakakum fi saqar, and asking them, what puts you into saqar? And saqar is one of the names of hellfire. Qalu lam naku minal musallin. They will say that we were the ones who did not pray. Walam naku nut'imul miskin. Nor did we used to feed the poor. So they did not fulfill the rights of God upon them. They did not connect with God, and they did not recognize the rights of His creation upon them. وَكُنَّا نَخُوضُ مَعَ الْخَائِضِينَ, and we used to enter into vain discourse with those who engaged in it. وَكُنَّا نُكَذِّبُ بِيَوْمِ الدِّينِ, and we used to deny the day of recompense. حَتَّى أَتَانَا الْيَقِينَ, until there came to us the certainty of death. Similarly, Surah Al Imran, ayat number 180. Now here, another trait which is mentioned in the last ayat of Surah Al-Ma'un, which is وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَاعُونَ, that such a character becomes so miserly that they do not even want to share or lend simple objects of everyday use. So the miserliness is also one of the characteristics. So Surah Al Imran, ayat number 180. وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَهُمْ بَلْ هُوَ شَرٌّ لَهُمْ سَيُطَوَّقُونَ مَا بَخِلُوا بِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَلِلَّهِ مِيرَاثُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ. And let not those who greedily withhold what Allah has given them of His bounty ever think that it is better for them. Rather, it is worse for them. Their necks will be encircled by what they withheld on the day of resurrection, and to Allah belongs the heritage of the heavens and the earth, and Allah with what you do is fully acquainted. Surah Nisa, ayat 36, 37 and 38. وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَبِذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَالْجَارِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْجَارِ الْجُنُبِ وَالصَّاحِبِ بِالْجَنبِ وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ وَمَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ مَنْ كَانَ مُخْتَالًا فَخُورًا. Worship Allah and associate nothing with Him, and to parents do good, and to relatives, orphans, the needy, the near neighbor, the neighbor farther away, the companion at your side, the traveler, and those whom your right hands possess, who are the slaves. Indeed, Allah does not like those who are self-deluding and boastful. Here again, the rights of Allah and the rights of His creation are being emphasized. الَّذِينَ يَبْخُلُونَ وَيَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْبُخْلِ وَيَكْتُمُونَ مَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَأَعْتَدْنَا لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابًا مُهِينًا. Those who are stingy and enjoin upon other people stinginess, miserliness, and conceal what Allah has given to them of His bounty. And we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. So such miserly people are being called disbelievers. وَالَّذِينَ, what else do they do? وَالَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ رِئَاءَ النَّاسِ وَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَلَا بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَنْ يَكُنِ الشَّيْطَانُ لَهُ قَرِينًا فَسَاءَ قَرِينًا. And also those who spend of their wealth to be seen by the people and believe not in Allah, nor in the last day, and he to whom Satan is a companion, then evil is he as a companion. Similarly, Surah Baqarah, ayat 264. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى كالذي ينفق ماله رئاء الناس ولا يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فَمَثَلُهُ كَمَثَلِ صَفْوَانٍ عَلَيْهِ تُرَابٌ فَأَصَابَهُ وَابِلٌ فَتَرَكَهُ صَلْدًا لَا يَقْدِرُونَ عَلَى شَيْءٍ مِّمَّا كَسَبُوا وَاللَّهُ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْكَافِرِينَ. O you who have believed, do not invalidate your charities with reminders or injury as does one who spends his wealth only to be seen by the people and does not believe in Allah and the last day. His example is like that of a large smooth stone upon which is dust and is hit by a downpour that leaves it bare. They are unable to keep anything of what they have earned, and Allah does not guide the disbelieving people. Here we conclude today's session, and inshallah in the next session we will be summarizing the surah and doing a conclusion of the surah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.